Remember to keep the most deaf in the mix. NERDSoul chilling, NERDSoul light with hits. Oh boy. Late Ill Kid at OneYoungsta holding it down, bringing that StreetGeek and NERDSoul. What is up, my people? Today, all year, coming with another wonderful episode of Beats Vibes Life. What is up, my people? We got folks in the chat, but before we get started, we got NERDSoul Light. Say hey.
Hey.
And Lady Lisa, say what's up.
What's up, y'all?
All right, so in the chat, we got Markeith Collins. We got Respectfully Yours. Hey, nice to see you. Got Shauna Boston. I hope I'm not screwing up your name. And we gonna get it in. We got some comments already to get started with. But before that, I want to remind you guys, big shout out to KeyB23. What up? Want to remind y'all, May 30th, right here on NERDSoul, Rent Party, 133 Art, also Legends Press, Black Comics times Hip Hop. It's going to be awesome. Check us out. Big shout out to Solar Gray in the chat. Tracy Lee, Alan Lewis, Loda Scala. Y'all rolling through, and it's great to see y'all sunshiny faces. So, in the chat, I want to throw it to Lady Lisa real quick. Respectfully Yours says, Erykah was robbed of Tyrone, then Jill hit her with He Loves Me. Do you think she was robbed of Tyrone? Do you think she was robbed? Or was she not properly prepared technologically to handle herself through this battle?
I mean, it happened, you know what I mean? And Jill played it herself after it happened.
Yeah.
So
Jill did hold her down.
Where's the robbery?
She was robbed of her own battery.
All items are still intact.
I will say this, Tyrone, we need to stop blaming Tyrone. Tyrone has found God.
She was just saying Tyrone needed to be called.
Oh boy. So big shout out to Tracy Lee says the live was incredible. Love both of both, but I'm rocking with Jill. China Boston says, as I'm singing and laughing along with Tyrone, my daughter could not understand why people kept commenting that Tyrone messed up everything tonight, but it was awesome. Yeah, it was definitely awesome. Yeah. It was good to see the support from Jill. And with that support, that good energy and support from Jill that KB just referenced, could you describe and explain what you were saying you were experiencing, the energy you were getting from Erykah Badu's side?
Y'all, I hope it wasn't just me, and I hope y'all give me some feedback, but I just, Jill Scott seemed to me just to be giving this beaming, energy. She was glad to be there. She was focused. Word. She sat in her chair and just was there and was present in every way. Erykah Badu just seemed like she was doing too much. And I'm not understanding why. I understand if she like Bruce Lee, but maybe we don't really want to watch Bruce Lee. We came to listen to Jill Scott and Erykah Badu. I don't really want to see Bruce Lee in the background, but it was just visually, overkill. But anyway, it just, the vibe I was getting from Erykah Badu, like, it just was a little artificial. It just felt a little artificial. Okay. Like I said, Jill Scott, it seemed like she was genuinely excited to be there. She was, genuine in, kind of loving on Erykah Badu, and she was vibing out to her, rocking out to her stuff. And Erykah just kind of is almost like she couldn't be bothered. I mean, she was saying the right things back, like, oh yeah,
I love you too, girl.
But it was a vibe I was getting from Erykah, and also because she was doing so much. You got all of this stuff going on. I don't know. You had 15. I don't know what you had going on, but there was no. It didn't seem like she was trying to set up an intimate interaction with Jill, like Jill has set up an intimate interaction with her.
Okay.
All
right. So, big shout out. Tracy Lee says she was doing too much, meaning Erykah. Jill was present, and I agree with Lady Lisa. Alan Lewis says I was waiting to hear All I, but I got to hear Crown Royal. Solar says, isn't Erykah kinda artistic? And there were a couple of times that seemed like she wasn't dialed in. Now that might be because she is at home, and we have all been inside the pandemic. She
Jill
may
at
have
home
had
too.
She may have had some libations.
Jill at home too.
Yeah, but Jill might not get into the things that Erykah get into. So maybe that was it. Maybe that's why it seemed like there was a slight disconnect.
No,
but I do see where you're coming from. There were times when it seemed like she wasn't enthusiastic, she wasn't she wasn't like fully engaged.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
It felt artificial, and part of me felt bad for Jill because Jill is giving her all this love and all of this, and Erykah's. It's almost like, yeah.
And Kibi23, I see your comment. You're asking for the name of the song. The name of the song is Ja Ra or Ja Ra Mi Ko Fa Sola, and I'll put the
what song?
the title that Kibi's looking for. The name of that song, I just put it in the chat. It's like Ja Ra Mi Fa Sol Cola, something like that. It's very intricate, but that's the name of the song. Solar says, real talk, Jill seems more casual, but Erykah seems to be on a level, like a higher level. What is high? What is higher? What is learn? What is learning?
What is higher learning?
Oh man, yo, that's right. NERDSoul Light is just living it up. So I'll kind of go song for song or like round by round. First round, they both played "You Got Me," and one thing that I loved is kind of like the stories that came behind a lot of these. And this one, you have Jill. She was like, "Yo, I was brand new," and you kind of sung my words, and it gave me life. Muhammad, this Verzuz was amazing, definitely. And it kind of gave her life. And Erykah played the studio version, that she sung on, and then Jill played the live version, which was kind of like her first time, her real introduction, which was a interesting meeting point for both of them. And to see Jill looking back fondly on these memories and the way she described them was just amazing. And do you have anything for that, or no? Should I go forward?
I mean, I loved both, and I do love that they played both.
Mm-hmm.
I really like that. Yeah.
Then second one, we had On and You Got Me. On and In the Way. That was the second round. On is, our introduction to Erykah to a certain degree. And In the Way is pretty much the same for Jill. Mm-hmm. And then still hearing those stories about, music videos and stuff like that. For me, all right, Wendy said Jill Scott won round one.
Let me go on and say this, and I said this to you before.
Go ahead.
When I first saw it posted that this was going to be a Verzuz, I said, "Oh, Jill Scott won." Like before it began, Jill Scott won. That's just for me. Now, quite honestly, they both hold their own as artists. I cannot take anything away from Erykah. But Jill is, all day. If somebody's like, make a choice, you can either go see Jill Scott or see Erykah Badu without hesitation. I'm like, oh, I'm going to see Jill Scott. And I've already seen her, I think, at least twice.
Yeah.
And I will go and see her again.
I've seen Erykah once. I've seen Jill twice. Big shout out to the chat. Kibi says, Lady Lisa, I get what you mean, but I think that may just be her. Nothing personal. I was just looking at Jill's response to her energy, and she seemed okay. And they're friends, so maybe that just be Erykah. Erykah just be weird.
But her energy was just a little funky.
Yeah, I guess it just hit her weird.
Maybe she just has funky energy. I don't know.
And I remember being in a chat with, this is Beats Vibes Life, where we usually do hip hop only. And we touch on R&B every now and then, and today is a special episode. I was in a group chat with PL, Parker Lewis, Anwar Highsign, and Arckatron. They're usually on the show. And I said, well, it depends. If you wanna make babies, Jill Scott. If you wanna burn incense, Erykah Badu. So it depends on, Oh man. It's, you know, they have two very different vibes. But if you're just talking about vocal prowess,
Look.
I'm just saying, Jill's voice is dumb nice.
I mean,
I've seen her live. I've heard her on live, like audio.
Yes.
I've heard her albums.
Yes.
Jill's voice is on another level.
The vocal range and the vocal gymnastics.
Yeah.
The outright vocal, I'm gonna take it back. The Mary Lou Retton vocal gymnastics. I just showed all parts of my age with that. But yeah, Jill, I mean, come on. It's just.
Shouts to Muhammad Saeed, I believe. Says NERDSoul, I got lost in the music, forgot it was a Verzuz. Yeah, it was just a nice evening with two artists that you enjoy.
Yeah.
Tracy C. Lee said Jill Scott all the way. And maybe that was it. Maybe on the low, Erykah was feeling, you know, like, dang, man, I'm getting crushed out here. But I will say this. Erykah still has some nice joints that I was listening to.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like in the third round, she pulled out Didn't You Know versus Slowly Surely. Now, I like Slowly Surely better, but I do like the vibe of Didn't You Know. I love both of those songs. Didn't You Know, for me, is definitely like one of those long car ride songs it's you know, kind of like majestic in a way, the way it plays. But Slowly Surely is just, once again, the vocal gymnastics on that song. It's you know, it's just crazy how well these songs came out and how different they were. Round 4, you had, it was Didn't You Know and Rolling Hills was round 3. Sorry. Round 4 was Back in the Day and Slowly Surely, which is kind of one of those joints where both of them came with it again. Like, you know, you got Back in the Day, which I enjoy a lot, and Slowly Surely, which I enjoy a lot. Yeah. So these songs, though these artists are quite different, it's interesting to have them together. They're different,
but there are a lot of similarities though. Yeah. Like it's hard because I was thinking the same thing when I was listening to them. Mm-hmm. They're different, but they're both they're both very in touch with. I can't put my finger on it. All right,
well, we'll keep that in your mind. We'll come back to it.
They're both fantastic poets.
All right.
In terms of how they put their lyrics together and how they express themselves, they're both really fantastic poets.
Word. And what up, Pim Griffey? See you in the house. Takia says I got to give that to Back in the Day. Yeah, Back in the Day, that was a good one. I love Slowly Surely. It was tight for me.
I don't think they should have been. I don't think those were good choices to
like pit against each other.
Yeah.
Round 5, we had Other Side of the Game and Calls. Once again, two very different songs. Mm-hmm. But I think, you know, Other Side of the Game is one that kind of like we all remember so fondly because of the music video, which is very, very vivid for all of us because, you know, just the time that it came out, music videos were still important. Let's see. Then you have Apple Tree versus When You're Around, and
again, like,
two very different tempos. But dag, both these songs are really dope.
When You're Around is just it's one of those songs where it's just like there
was a good point Kibi just made. Said, you know what, I was reading the comments and didn't see comparisons being made like with Teddy and Babyface. The vibe and energy of their verses was complimentary and given props. Yeah, it was very similar to like RZA and DJ Premier. It was more of like kind of two friends just like reminiscing on their careers. Because I didn't know DJ Premier and the RZA were that close, and I didn't know they knew each other that far back. And just like hearing those stories, I think that's a great thing about these versus battles is hearing these stories, you know, about what was going on at that time of their lives and in the background and stuff like that, which was really great. Oh yeah, and Alan Lewis says I was waiting on Spring Summer Feeling, and the fact is I need you. Big shout out to Therese said I think they're getting paid to do these battles. I mean, I guess so. I hope so. Maybe from somebody. I don't know who, but maybe so. Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Okay.
And yeah, Wendy says when you're around is gut wrenching.
Yeah.
That I think I put in the comments when they were like chatting along, like that's a harsh reality, man. That song is a harsh reality and is good, but it's a harsh reality. So I really dug that song. After that, we got Time's a Wastin' and Back Together, which I think both of those are like equally as dope. Shouts to Kia Marie said, to be honest, I wasn't sure about this matchup when I first heard it because their vibes are so different. But I like that they flipped it to a complimentary, uplifting thing and not really a battle.
Yeah.
Which was cool. I think their energies fed into that very well. Where it's kind of like they were just happy to see each other shine. Mm-hmm. So that was good. So I enjoyed that. I thought that was cool. Next we had Clever versus Watching Me. And that's one of those. Clever's bass line just has me, Watching Me is an interesting song.
And I wasn't familiar with either of those. So.
Watching Me is an interesting song. I love how the poetry is laid out, but that bass line on Clever is I've always enjoyed it. You know what I'm saying? I've always dug it. And Solar said it's more of a jam as opposed to a versus. It's like they just hanging out and just playing cool music together. And then we get to hear the awesome stories between them. Therese said, I say that because Crazy Bone and DJ Paul was doing Bone Thugs versus 3-6, and they set up to do it on their own. It was supposed to happen last week. Oh, interesting. Let's see. The next, you had Block on Lock from Erykah Badu versus Fool's Gold. And that one is an Erykah joint for me. That one, Erykah, comes through that, Block Stay Hot, Block on Lock. That joint is just hot. It's just dope. Any insight on your end, or you good?
I'm good.
All right. And Kibi said, okay, I've seen snippets mostly on Instagram, but not the full thing, so I'll check it out. Word. Yeah, you gotta enjoy the whole thing and absorb it. It's long, but it is enjoyable. Let's see, and then the 10th one was Next Lifetime versus Honey Molasses. And I love Next Lifetime.
Whew. Look,
but Honey Molasses,
Jill Scott be coming with some stuff where it's like,
man,
you can't just be sitting around, like going about your business and play Jill Scott, because you gonna start feeling a certain way and you be like, what was I supposed to be doing?
Yeah, like Honey Molasses is on another level, man. Like I said, that it's dope. So then we got a song from the Heineken Red Star Sounds Volume 1 album. So you had Today from Erykah Badu, and then the Ja Re Mi Fa Sol Cola, whatever. And I know I'm ruining the name of that song, but you get that song from Jill Scott.
Because you think you saying Do Re Mi Fa Sol.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know what I'm saying. But when she broke down the reason that she wrote it the way she wrote it, I thought that was really cool. I thought that was awesome and interesting in general. And then you got next round, they had I Want You from Erykah's side versus the Love Rain remix with Yasin Bey on there. And I Want You is a song that I didn't even really hear the first time. I didn't even like it because I was like, what is this? Because it had such a long intro. So I would always skip it.
See, no.
And like when I finally heard the actual like groove of the song, I was like, oh, this song is sweet.
No.
Now
for all that intro, I was not impressed.
Ooh.
I mean,
hit him with the hot takes, baby. Hit him.
The intro, I mean, look, there's a long intro and then there's just a song attached to another song. I mean, come on. Who's sitting around for that?
Oh boy! Shouts to Therese said, but Swiss Beats hit them up and begged them not to do it and to do it on Verzuz, which had me thinking, what's the difference? It's still IG Live, so maybe IG is paying Swiss and Tim. Maybe, who knows? You know, maybe so. Pim Griffey said we need a Sugar Water Festival Part 2. Not in the COVID timeline, boy. No, you don't. Not in the Corona timeline. You stay your butt back. But nah, I feel you. Need to organize that joint online. Like, hey, look, and just get it off of Instagram. Big shout out to Alan Lewis said, like I said before, Erykah's tea had a combo meal of voodoo smoke and incense. She was zoned out. Oh man. Then on to the next one, you had Love of My Life versus So In Love With You. Both of these songs I love a lot, but I might lean on Solar said Lady Lisa is always 100. That's right. I don't know, man. I might have to slide with So In Love With You. It's something about like the feel good, dancey two-stepping. Yeah. Anthony Hamilton and Jill Scott voices.
Like, oh my,
duet.
That
we don't really get duets like that no more.
Come on now.
It's some feel good music.
I need them to do some more music.
You know what I'm saying? And Love of My Life is cool, and I enjoyed it. It won a Grammy. A lot of people like it, but that's So In Love With You, boy. You know what I'm saying? It just gets you feeling good, smiling, two-step. You know what I'm saying?
And that's our
having
song.
A good time.
That's our
song. And it's our song.
Yeah.
It's our song. That's right. Then big shout out to the next joint, because when it is your song. Well, it ain't your song. It ain't your song. You don't even know that song. Next song, or the next round, they had The Healer, shouts to Mad Love to Dilla, versus Crown Royal. Now, NERDSoul, Muhammad says Erykah wins this round, but Jill Scott has that fire. And then we got The Healer versus Crown Royal. Now, as a huge fan of Dilla, a huge fan of Mad Lib, man, it's a tough one for me. That one's a draw for me, because I love The Healer, but Crown Royal, man, I'm just saying.
Crown Royal. Crown Royal is one of those songs where you got to be like, what she just said? What did she just say? And you have to play it again and be like, chill.
It was probably the second or third time I played Crown Royal, and I was like, oh.
Exactly.
Well, all right now. Yeah, so Crown Royal is just that joint, man. But shouts to The Healer, ding, ding, ding. And man, yo, New America, that joint got some bangers. And a lot of it is a big send up to Dilla, but that joint got some bangers. But Crown Royal is on another level, yo. It's just on another level.
And can I mention, I'm disappointed Jill did not play Whatever.
Oh, okay.
Because that was a good one too, but okay.
That's right, Wendy. Rest in peace, Dilla. You know what I'm saying? He's still here. You know what I'm saying? Long we play his stuff, he's still here. Shouts out to the next round that had Honey in it. Shouts out to Ninth Wonder. And Fontigolo was in the chat, if any of y'all saw. Versus Long Walk. So that one I probably lean more to Honey, because it's one of those more up-tempo jams. But Long Walk is also one of them joints. Be with your lady, or be with your man, or whatever you want. Be having a nice long afternoon. Ain't nobody bothering you. You just chilling in the park before the Corona timeline. You ain't got to worry about what's in the air. You can just breathe free. You know what I'm saying? Put your arm around. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, girl.
Why did you just turn into a pimp?
Yeah, girl. Alan Lewis said, I've never wrote a nasty song like Crown Royal. I try to keep it PG, although I'm an R&B singer-songwriter. Yeah, now, here's the thing, though. Crown Royal it's tasteful though, because it
ain't PG though.
It's not PG, but it is tasteful. It's not like it's. You know what? It's not vulgar. That's what it is. It's not vulgar. It's able to be sexy without being vulgar. You know what I'm saying? It's like adults will get it, but kids ain't gonna be walking around repeating it, and you be like, "Oh my God, you can't say that." They'll just be like, "Yo, I don't know. So I got a diesel engine. I don't know."
Is it like the Minnie Riperton's album cover? Is that what it is?
I mean, kinda.
Yeah.
Yeah, kinda.
Yeah.
Pim Griffey said it's not Chris Brown nasty. Yeah, Chris Brown has like no tact, and I'm from VA, and I'm gonna just say that. Chris Brown watches the show. He watches the show. He's in the chat right now. He's just not saying that. He just be lurking. But Chris Brown,
let's be real.
He ain't got the pen on that level.
Let's be real. Not to be ageist, but this sounding old. This younger music. These young folks don't know about singing with tact. Because the thing is, if you think about it, back in the day, the Isley Brothers and everybody else,
they were saying the same thing.
They were saying the same stuff.
But they were using very tasteful ways of presenting the subject matter.
Yeah, very tactful. They was asking women to do the same stuff.
Turn them off!
I mean, that wasn't tactful, but he was tired.
He just said turn off the lights.
He was tired.
Sometimes you just don't want to run the electricity bill up. So that's all he was trying to do.
That was why.
He was trying to save some money.
That was why.
He just turned off the lights because it's too much light in here.
But he said turn off the lights and let's get cozy. So
you don't like being cozy? I want to be cozy. Don't you want to be cozy? We all want to be cozy.
Anyway, the point is they were saying the same stuff, but in a much more tactful and respectful way.
Oh man! Shouts out to Takia Marie, man. Oh boy.
Side story on that though.
All right.
Me and my girl Kim, a long time ago, went to Walmart in the music section. We were like looking at music, and we saw, I guess it was the CD. I don't think it was that long ago. It was the tape, but I think it was the CD where it was like, Teddy Pendergrass greatest hits, and I was like, oh okay, and it was like at a reduced price. But I was like, okay, whatever. Then we found out why it was reduced. All the music was like all slow. It was like it was on a 45. It was like, I know, it was all slow. So it was like, turn off the lights.
Somebody need to sue whoever did that.
We just could not stop laughing because we were like on a road trip or something and listening to it. And we were like, we both looked at the radio.
Never trust that reduce, y'all.
We both looked at the radio like, oh, now we know why it was in.
Never trust that reduce, yo. Never trust that reduce.
Anyway.
But next up, you had Bag Lady versus Blessed, which is the very well known Bag Lady. You had the sample that was just like kind of going crazy. Had been used on like 3 tracks around that time, but Blessed has like. I don't know, man. That's a tough one. I might lean towards Bag Lady, but Blessed just has that like an inspirational feel. You know what I'm saying?
It does.
Blessed has that joy. You know what? Depending on what your work situation is like, Blessed is what you need to be listening to on your way to work. Be like, you know what? I'm so blessed. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what Karen gonna say, cause I'm blessed. I ain't worrying about Susan in accounting because I'm blessed. I shall receive my blessing in Jesus' name. Pulling up in the parking deck. So, I might have to give it to Blessed on that one. Because Blessed it gives you that excitement, that inspiration you might need to get your day started right.
Yeah, but again, I think those are 2 songs that can't be compared because the knock that Bag Lady has is like, oh my gosh. Yeah. The lyrics and the knock. But then the message, I mean, and Blessed has its own kind of knock to it too. And it's just, I don't think those 2 compare.
Yeah, it's tough. Then after that we had Window Seat, which is when Erykah Badu was butt naked. And then you had The Way. Man, Is It The Way is just Is It The Way. Is It The Way. And say thank you.
Baby, oh, baby
they're
soul.
saying you're adorable. Say thank you. All right, cool. Oh man. So that one I lean with The Way. How about you?
Yeah, I love that. I mean, it's
Now this is when we had our technical difficulty of Tyrone. Next round was Tyrone versus Run Across My Mind sort of / Chorus Live. And Chorus is a whole nother level too. But yeah, Tyrone came on and Tyrone kicked off the stream. All right, Tyrone was like, get out of here.
Well, both the Jills could beat Tyrone. Sorry.
Yeah, Tyrone is. It's weird. Tyrone is a cultural jam,
It
and
is.
like we all know it,
Yeah.
and we all know Tyrone.
But Chorus, look,
Tyrone is more of a novelty song.
it is.
And Chorus, especially the live version, when she breaks down into that kind of like operatic stuff,
Yes.
it's over. Turn the lights off. We're done. Shut it down. Everybody go home.
When Jill does that kind of stuff, like in concert, she loves to do that. When she does that kind of stuff, it's like, Jill, you won. You won. Like,
yeah, that's
you won. I mean, I love it.
And somebody was like, somebody said Adele was in the chat. I was like, yeah, she probably in here taking notes. I'm like, this girl, like, yo. Like, don't get me started on that. But anyway, then the last round, we had Green Eyes versus Across My Mind because Swiss said that Andre Harrell had just been recently talking with him about wanting to hear that song. And of course, rest in peace, Andre Harrell, who is started and steered many careers. But yeah, that's one of those things where it's like, it's a good way to end off the battle. Green Eyes is another one of those kind of like fun novelty songs. And then Across My Mind is one of those joints that, make you want to pick up the phone and call that person. Like, you know what? Let me give you a call. So
which song?
Across My Mind.
No, I'm gonna tell you what I put in the comments there. I said, you know what, ladies, go on, let him run across your mind. Let him run on. But don't you pick up that phone and call him because y'all are not together for a reason. But let him run. Just go on, run in and run out. Don't get caught up. Don't get caught up.
Oh man, so yeah, don't sometimes depending on the person, don't get cut off. You don't want to do that.
Not depending on the person, y'all ain't together no more. So what you calling them for?
Well, I mean, sometimes you want to rekindle that flame. You know what I mean? You never know if the flame is to be kindled, then you can kindleize the flame. You can be like, hey, I'm saying if both of y'all are still single. I'm not saying if he's with someone or she's with someone, but if both of y'all are single and you're sitting back and you know what, you just ran across my mind.
It's usually not a good idea to get with an ex again. It just, 9 times out of 10, it's not.
All right, word up. Alan Lewis said run a mile and hit the finish line in the mind.
Lady Lisa won't let us ladies backslide. Nope. Because we'll backslide all the way back into foolishness. Foolishness.
Oh, Eon came through. What up, Eon? Nice to see you. I love you across the water. Said, I didn't hear it. I'm assuming Badu washed her. Ha! It's not as easy as you thought.
Badu washed her.
Meaning that she beat her easily.
No. That would be a negative, sir.
And then Wendy said that's why we have next lifetime. Yeah. Yep. And Lisa said y'all ain't gonna be backslide. You left him for a reason. Now you never know. People grow. You know what I'm saying? People grow. So say like if he runs through your mind 2 weeks after y'all break up, it's probably the same dude. But
probably.
But if he runs through your mind, say like a year or two later, he may have changed. People grow. You know what I'm saying? And maybe he's a better man now. Maybe he's the type of man that's ready to receive the beautiful gift, which is your love and your attention and your affection. Maybe he is that guy.
But you know what? If that's the case, then why he ain't calling you? Cause you ain't running through his mind.
Cause you ain't. Solar said 2 weeks. Nah, 5 years maybe.
Thank you.
Man. But in general, how did you feel about this battle or this wonderful evening?
I liked it. I was hyped about it the first time I heard about it because I love Jill Scott. And I really, really like a lot of Erykah Badu stuff too. I mean, I thought it was good. I liked it a lot.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. This is something that kind of assumed was going to be a good evening. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I figured there was going to be a lot of fun stories to be heard. And I figured that it was going to be a very kind of feel-good evening, and it was. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love the music. Both these artists are cool. Just kind of reminiscing on like when you saw the music video or when you first saw that person or first heard their music. For me, first time I heard Erykah Badu was I saw the music video on BET back when BET was still BET. Then I first heard Jill Scott in Willie's Records and Tapes in Richmond, Virginia in Southside Plaza. That's right, VA 2 Up 2 Down. I heard the song, I heard the music play, like they'll just play that whole record or whatever. So I'm listening to the music playing and I asked the dude behind the counter, like, who is this? Like, is it out now? Can I buy it? Her first album stopped me in my tracks. And then also, since DJ Jazzy Jeff is my favorite DJ of all time, to look and see a touch of jazz doing a lot of the production on the back of the CD, then I was just like, yo, this dope. This is beautiful. But yeah, so both of them captivated me, changed a lot of the music, the way I looked at music, the way I enjoyed music. But yeah, this was a good night. This was a great moment for us to all relax and chill and enjoy, just our lineage, our legends, while they're here.
Yeah. I missed the names, but it was two people who asked who else we would like to see in Verzuz.
Who you got?
I would love to see Anthony Hamilton and Kim.
Yeah, Anthony Hamilton and Kim. Man, it's some good
now,
music.
I've seen them both in concert, and they both
have I seen Anthony Hamilton?
Look, I don't think I've seen
Anthony Hamilton.
Anthony Hamilton will give you all he got. I'm telling you. And Kim, too. Wow. I mean...
Man, Kim got some jams.
Yes. Yes. He's another one where you just let it play. Where you're not skipping, you just let it play.
Yeah, Kim got some joints for you.
Maxwell versus D'Angelo? Because I ain't got time to try to find the lyrics for D'Angelo. I ain't got time.
Oh, man. All right, look. Look, we from Richmond, Virginia, so we're allowed to say stuff about D'Angelo. But here, Music Soul Child versus D'Angelo? Who? Jeremy Covington? If you don't get out of here. All right, look, now, hold on. Stop the presses. Do I enjoy some of Music Soul Child's music? Yes. But his musical genius is not on the level of D'Angelo.
No.
Dude. He's just not there. I think Music Soul Child can hang with some of Brown Sugar. But once you get into Voodoo, Music Soul Child ain't got a lot. I mean, he got some stuff, because even his later albums have some cool things, but he can't roll.
I don't know what would even be a good versus to put Music Soul Child in.
Music Soul Child would be...
I thought about Raheem DeVaughn, but Raheem DeVaughn would take him.
But it would be a little more fair.
Yeah.
I think Music Soul Child and Raheem DeVaughn would make sense.
Quinn said I can hear him just fine. Well, you tell me what he be saying, please.
Oh man, shouts to Quinn McGowan. Bryce said Maxwell versus Raphael Sadiq. That one I think that
would be good. Yeah, that would.
I think that's apt.
That would be a good head to head.
I think that would be good.
Maxwell and Anthony Hamilton. That would be a good head-to-head.
I wouldn't be mad at that.
Yeah.
D'Angelo in a place to participate in a Verzuz at the moment. Is he in a place?
I don't know.
I don't know.
He's
I mean,
somewhere.
I guess so.
I know from what I understand, he's in Virginia somewhere chilling out.
Yeah, so I mean, it's not, it's not Raphael Sadiq versus Joe. BB, we love you, but you got to get out of here with that. Joe, tell him about the Joe show. Tell him about the Joe show.
Not the Joe show.
We went to see Kim. I took Lisa to see Kim in the back of the room.
Yeah.
All right. So anyway, I took Lisa to see Kim. This is before we were married.
Yes.
We were just dating.
Yes.
Time. And Joe was there. Take away the story. You love this part the best.
So Joe was, doing his songs and stuff.
Doing his songs.
And he was trying to be all, sexy and everything like that, with his shirt all open with the gold chain and stuff. And I guess he was upset because women were not reacting to him like he wanted them to. And my thing is, okay, we are many, many, many years older. These are your fans from back in the day, right?
But they ain't throwing no panties on the stage.
No, we're many years older. We're not doing all of that anymore. So I'm not sure what it is you want us to do.
He got mad.
He got mad talking about, I forgot what he said, but he was like, I'm not going to continue the show. And I'm like, oh, you going to continue this show.
Either you going to continue this show
or you getting on stage. Somebody going to do something.
Because you are not the headliner.
I'm like, how you getting mad?
Shouts out to, what is it? What's it called now? What's it called? It's not called the mosque anymore. It's like the landmark.
Now
it's the Altria Theater.
Altria, there you go.
It was
Altria
the mosque,
Theater.
Then it was the landmark. Then now it's the Altria Theater.
Wasn't it the Carpenter Center at one point?
Oh, it was the Carpenter Center way back.
Yeah.
Shouts out to Richmond, Virginia people that know these references that we're dropping down.
I'm sorry to everyone else.
It's gonna be like one viewer.
I know, way in the back.
Because you have to be from Virginia. You have to be from Richmond. And then be a certain age to remember the Carpenter Center, the mosque, the Carpenter Center, the landmark, then the Altria Center or the Altria Theater or whatever.
Wait a minute, who was even talking about Trey Songz? Alan Lewis said Joe would
be a cool matchup with.
Alan Lewis said Joe would vocally and catalog wise destroy Scooby-Doo vocals. Wow.
Alan Lewis said Joe would vocally catalog wise destroy Scooby-Doo vocals.
You know what? That ain't right.
You know what? I'm not. Trey Songz is from VA.
Yes.
But you know what? I will, because of his off the court shenanigans, I'll allow that. That. He said Scooby-Doo vocals.
Why I gotta be Scooby-Doo vocals?
Yo, VV, if you don't get out here with this Usher versus Maxwell, that's not even.
No,
I love Usher. That's a very weird matchup.
I love Usher, but
who
Maxwell.
Usher go against?
Look, Chris Brown.
Usher and Neo.
Chris Brown.
Usher and Neo makes sense. Chris Brown's a little bit under his. But
I understand the comparison. Though.
Yeah. But Chris Brown, Trigger Trey, aka Scooby-Doo vocals.
Something is wrong with y'all.
He said Scooby-Doo vocals. I'm never going to forget that for the rest of my life. I'm never going to forget.
Hold up.
This man said Scooby-Doo vocals.
Stop the bus. We're talking about some Alicia Keys versus Anita Baker.
Solar Gray is definitely smoking right now. He said Alicia Keys versus Anita Baker. I want y'all to look. Y'all on YouTube.
Versus in what?
I want y'all to look up.
Hold on. Versus in what? Making muffins? Because it ain't singing.
Yo, remember that live show where she tried to hit that note and she was just like,
She said,
yo, dude, what's the name of that song?
I don't know.
All right, yo, Alicia Keys she must have been sick that night, or maybe she got exposed and she can't sing. But
she was singing live, and I can't remember what it was. But she leaned all the way back with her head all the way back.
She said,
"Yo,
look up. It's what song?
What song was it?
I think it's "I Keep on Falling in Love."
She fell.
Was it that one?
She fell and she could not get up.
Man,
thank you, Mikey. Thank you, Mikey.
Someone said Missy Elliott versus somebody.
Thank you.
Macy Gray versus Angie Stone. Come on, man. Don't do Angie like that. If you don't get Macy Gray.
ain't gonna whisper her way to the top.
Man, let's not act like Macy Gray got more than 2 songs.
Come
on, man.
Macy Gray sound like she drank a drum of whiskey.
Man, stop that mess. Oh man. Oh, y'all are killing me.
This is funny.
Gabriel Henderson, what up? Nice to see you in the chat. Gabriel said John B versus Robin Thicke.
But hold on. Why John B versus Robin Thicke?
Because they both white.
Okay, well I won't go say it.
I'ma say it. They both white. You can't put him in there. Can't put him in the ring.
But there's no comparison. John B only had one real album.
Yeah, John B really only had 1 album. Robin Thicke had 2.
Well, I'm just saying.
No, okay.
It's just
Robin
no
Thicke has his white album, and then he has 2 black albums.
Everybody forgot about that white album.
That white album when he riding a messenger bike through New York.
When he had that stringy white boy hair.
When he had that stringy, looked like he just got off of meth like 6 months ago hair.
Y'all know about that,
don't
did you?
think I forgot Robin Thicke. I remember. You know what I'm saying? Don't act like I forgot. I remember. See, I know Robin Thicke personally.
No, you know you don't.
In a dice game back in the day, he still owed me money.
Jasmine Sullivan versus Angie Stone.
What? Jasmine Sullivan?
I mean, I really don't care about either one of them. So
yeah, I'm not interested in either. I'm not. Shot by Nolan said they both Mayo. What about Robin Thicke versus Sam Smith? I take Robin Thicke wins because every song doesn't sound like he's sad. Yo, Sam Smith is the king of singing sad songs.
The king of sadness.
I put Sam Smith in the same bucket with Adele. It's like I just got dumped music.
Hold on, that first single off the White People album. What are you talking about?
He talking about the Robin Thicke White album. He said the first single was decent.
Oh.
So that's 1 song out of whole album. What's the percentage on that? It sounds like an F to me. Oh, yo, Kiwi, you brought it back. Said, yeah, that's the one with the Beethoven background music. Robin on the bike. Yeah, he was on a messenger bike in New York City.
Somebody said, who are these people? Wendy said, who are these people in this chat?
Man, people probably saw a picture. It was like, Verzuz. Oh, man, I always wanted to see John B. No, I'm just playing.
Vivi said, Timon said next week is Luda versus Nelly.
Luda versus Nelly.
I don't know how I feel about that.
That is a comparable battle. I'm not against that. Pim Griffey said Janet Jackson versus Mariah. That's comparable-ish, kind of.
No.
I mean, they're kind of in each other's spaces.
No, I can't.
But Mariah Carey, her off-the-court antics is too much.
Well, let me say this, though, quite honestly. Mariah Carey's range, cannot compare. I'm sorry, Janet Jackson cannot compare to Mariah Carey's range. Vocally,
unfortunately,
she's another one that does like the vocal gymnastics.
Yeah.
You know, if we're only talking about music and vocals, then there's no comparison. If we're talking about entertainers, then Mariah Carey literally has to go sit down. Literally and figuratively. But
with that said, since we're talking about Verzuz that was born in black space and I believe should stay in black space, it's hard to give it to Mariah when she's black when it's appropriate. Now, also in black space, it's hard when you're going up against someone who has 3 classics at least back to back. Control, Rhythm Nation, and Janet. Those 3 albums. Now, I throw in Velvet Rope, but I know people are on the fence about Velvet Rope.
I'm sorry, Velvet Rope was hot.
But those 3, at least 3 classics back to back. See, y'all got the police coming down here because y'all talking about John B. and Robin Thicke. All right? Y'all hear this mess? Now.
Oh, Jeremy Covington. I forgot about Vivian Green, but...
Oh, Vivian Green. I don't think she has a deep enough career.
No, she doesn't.
To really...
She had a great voice.
Mary J. versus Toni Braxton. Are they comparable?
No.
And shout out Macho Man Logic 345, you know what I'm saying, in the house chilling. Vivi said, police said no. Mary J. versus Toni Braxton.
I
mean,
I'll allow it.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah.
It makes sense because neither of them are super above. Well, one, if you just think off the bat, you're like, oh, Mary's got this. Because What's the 411 has no skippable songs. Tracy Lee said Tamia versus Deborah Cox. That makes sense. Kim Griffey, I put my money on MJB. Yeah, I still give it to MJB because I think Tony starts to struggle hard after that second album, the one where You're Making Me High. After that album, she struggles. See, Mary had like 2-3 strong albums, then had a struggle period. You know what I'm saying? And then came back with the new MJB. You know, like the inspirational, I made it through a bad relationship MJB, and then we were still rocking with her.
Was that when she was in the dancery?
Yes, ain't no hateration, holleration in the dancery. You come on, man. It's floating and you're smoking, you got to dance. I don't know what she's saying.
Percolating while you waiting.
All I know is you got to dance for me, all right?
In this dancery.
In the dancery. I know one thing, it better not be no hateration, no holleration.
And percolate while you wait.
Yeah, you got to do something while you wait.
You don't need to percolate.
Why you can't percolate? Time for the percolate. Yo, Cooley High said 50 Cent versus Ja Rule. You know those guys hate each other in real life, though, so it's not even
That's
right.
why he said it.
Kiwi said, I thought Verzuz would be the same genre. MJB is neo-soul.
No, she's not.
I wouldn't consider her that.
She's not neo-soul.
I would consider.
She wasn't,
I mean, they called her queen of hip hop soul.
I would consider
her more
and
on. And
she was out before neo soul even became a thing.
Yeah, so I definitely, the queen of hip hop soul.
Is that Takia?
Yeah,
is that what MJB was singing about fried chicken?
Yo, look,
we were just talking about
just log on your PC. You'll be able to see the feed.
We were just.
Yo, man, we were just
about that.
Right, this is why we were talking about MJB. Since we're on Beast Vibes Life, a couple weeks ago, we were talking about that. We, Arcatron, Anwar, and PL, we were all talking about MJB in that Burger King commercial, right? And then, and I was like, well, yo, come on, let's be for real. If Popeyes came to me and was like, yo, we got some money, we want you to do a commercial, I was like, is that selling out? Because I actually eat at Popeyes. And they were like, look, I'm like, look, I went to Popeyes yesterday. There's Popeyes in the refrigerator right now.
There is.
So I utilize their product. I consume their product. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know if I'd sing about fried chicken. But look, I think I could be in a Popeyes commercial.
What kind of money they talking about?
Yeah, look, because I mean it's good money, and I ain't hurt nobody by saying I like something that I actually like.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? Solar said MJB singing about that paycheck.
I know that's right.
Shouts to Cooley High said Cash Money versus No Limit with a Cash Money record reunion. It would be huge. Man, you know Cash Money ain't never getting back together. There's so many people that ain't been paid by Baby. Man, please.
Brandy, Vivi said Brandy versus Tony Braxton. No.
I think Brandy might be a little above her level when you start to go into the longevity and how good the music was for how long. Let's see, Cooley High, Brandy versus Monica. People have been saying that too. I think that they're tired of that.
Didn't Monica already kind of, win that unofficial battle a long time ago?
I think Monica has her on voice, but I do think Brandy might have her on songs.
What number of?
No, I'm talking about the number of good songs. Brandy's first album was The Flavor. I did remember she had Sitting Up in My Room on Waiting to Exhale soundtrack.
Yeah.
And Turk from Scrubs was in that. Come on, man.
I mean, yeah.
Sitting up in my room. Come on, man.
I'm
You know y'all like that song.
Like, I understand, but I love
Pimp
Monica
said
back
Brandy got Monica vocally. Word? And Brandy
in what universe?
Look, man, I'm just telling you what. You got the feed. Read the feed. You see it.
In what universe?
Oh, Solar said Brandy spent 7 years on that first album. Oh, that's why that joint, because Brandy's first album has like 0 skippable songs.
That's true.
0 skips.
That's true.
No, Marquis said Jagged Edges. Jagged Edges sounds like an R&B group that's like a broke SWV.
Oh my gosh. versus 112.
Jagged Edge versus 112.
I can't listen to more than one 112 song.
Oh,
at a time. I can't, Lord. I can't.
Yo, but they have Peaches. They have Sky's the Limit. They'll be able to pull that one out.
But
they have Only You. They're going to pull out their first single.
But do they have nasal spray?
Oh, that's cold.
I'm just asking.
It's a cold world in these streets,
I just can't.
man.
I can't do it.
Look, man. And Kiwi said, I think Brandy's vocals are stronger than Monica's. Maybe now. TLC versus Destiny's Child.
They're too different.
They're very different. Yeah. Like Destiny's Child was definitely like reaching for the pop space.
Now, Cooley High said, I would love a Tribe Called Quest versus De La Soul, Rip, Fife Dog. I would, yes, and more yes.
I'm not mad at that. That's another fun time. I'm not mad at that at all.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think we could do that. But guys, with that said, so like I said, Lisa is fierce today.
I'm just saying. Some
stuff is the silly. Y'all brought up Music Soul Child versus D'Angelo.
But the
Music Soul Child. Remember when that fool said he was a rapper and he had like a little leather crown fitted cap? Come on, man. If you don't get that fool out of my face.
And you're requesting that I listen to multiple 112 songs in one sitting? Come on, y'all.
What? It's Only You. Only You. I'm trying. They got more than 3 songs. 112. It's not always going to be Slim that's singing. What was it? Darren. They had some other boys in there.
But you could be enjoying the song and then here comes Slim.
Here comes Slim yodeling it up. Slim jump on the track like yodeling. Oh man. So, all right, before we get up out of here, I want to thank you guys for coming out.
Hey, I'm sorry. Kiwi said Lisa don't like Baby Goat.
Baby Goat, though? Oh, Cupid is classic, but he still yodeled on that joint.
I do.
I'm like, yo, this brother yodeling. But I mean, it's hot.
They went to the Keith Sweat School of Whining.
Blackstreet versus 112. You know what? Due to the length of time that they were out, I guess that kind of makes sense. But I have to give it to Blackstreet because they got Dave Hollister and can't nobody on 112 out-sing Dave Hollister. So
okay, yeah.
That's it. That Chicago 85 album, 0 skips. Like that joint is... Man, Slim was Trey vocal coach. Yo, I'm never going to forget Scooby-Doo vocals, yo. Scooby-Doo vocals. Man.
They all went to the Keith Sweat School of Whining. All of them.
Pim Griffey said Jodeci versus Boyz II Men. We kind of settled that in that ranking that we did. And Jodeci wins out over Boyz II Men.
Okay, Cooley High, you just being crazy. 98 degrees.
You know what?
You know what? I'll allow it.
98 degrees versus Blackstreet.
Just for comedic purposes.
Man.
I'll allow it.
Oh, the roasting in the chat that would be going on.
Tim Griffin, Keith Sweat walks so slow.
Yo, I love y'all. This is why I love y'all. See, this is why we come and we hang out with y'all, all right? Because y'all do this. I would not be laughing this hard if it wasn't for y'all. This is y'all fault.
Oh, that was good.
She said, Keith Sweat walked. Oh, Jesus. Oh. Okay. Keith Sweat versus Bobby Brown. On the sneak, though, Bobby Brown's first 2 albums was fuego.
I don't know. I would love that battle.
I gotta get away.
Look,
I gotta get
Keith
away.
Sweat and Bobby. I would love to see that battle. Slim versus Al B. Shore. Oh, bless your heart.
Al B. Shore had 1 album, yo.
He had 1 album.
He had 1 album. That was it. I know he's still out trying to act like he cool.
And that did well because he was fine. I mean,
yeah, it was like he was light-skinned dudes was winning at the time. Like he couldn't lose.
Shut up, Michael.
Was it? Hold up. It wasn't I'll Be Sure. It was the other brother, the one that came and said,
Williams.
Christopher Williams. No. He did it again. Remember, like lately on BET. All right, so Christopher Williams. Story time. All right, so all right, Lisa and I were chilling, and BET just had some kind of award show, like I don't know, BET R&B Awards or something. BET did something, and they had Christopher Williams there, and he was going to sing, I'm Dreaming. Don't wake me. And Lisa interpret exactly how he sounded when he came in there with that. Yo, and the thing is, when he tried to sing it, all this neck was like tight.
He looked like Skeletor.
It was all like veins, right? But no sound was coming out, but just breath. It was like,
and y'all remember in that song, Don't Wake Me. He hit that. He hit that right there. And he tried.
No more.
Bless his throat.
Lotus Scholar says Frankie Beverly and Maze versus Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Now you're just talking about a barbecue now.
Yes.
We just go invite the family and just hang out. I mean, I'm not mad at that though.
Yes.
I'm definitely down for that.
Yeah.
We all go and get in our Soul Train line.
Absolutely.
And chill. Let's see.
How about the Isley Brothers versus the Commodores?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. That's another funky one. Mm-hmm. All right, cool. So we got
no meaning, no purpose.
No purpose. Yo, man, but y'all, man, you guys are awesome. Love you guys.
I felt bad for his throat.
Oh man. Oh, he said 98 degrees. Oh God.
I'll allow it.
Oh man. Just to see all the people in the chat be like, yo, who are these guys? Like, the other boy band of the late 90s.
Hold on, who is Parliament? Do you mean
Parliament?
He
means Parliament. It's probably autocorrect or something.
Oh, okay.
Ohio Players versus Parliament is not a bad. It's not a bad look either.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that.
That's a good one.
See, Isley Brothers versus Temptations.
And there's some people in chat going, who?
98 degrees?
No, when we're talking about Ohio players.
Just funkified.
I'm sure, and I didn't say somebody said it, but I'm thinking it's got to be some people that are of an age that are like,
yeah. Definitely. Here's if depending on your age, like say if you're a young millennial or a Gen Zer, go check out some Ohio Players or some Parliament Funkadelic or some Commodores, and focus on the bass lines. I think you'll be like, this is get your toe tapping. You know what I'm saying? It'll be older music, and I know sometimes you ain't trying to hear older music, but just give it a shot. Give a couple songs a shot and see.
Okay, Alan Lewis, I'm not sure how I feel about Donna Summer versus Sylvester. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Because Sylvester can't make anybody feel but so real.
Make me feel mighty real.
I'm just saying.
Make me feel mighty real. Oh man! Shouts out to In Vogue versus Brownstone. I guess that kind of In Vogue is kind of out of their league.
Yeah, In Vogue in their vocal gymnastics. I'm sorry.
Yeah. In Vogue could sing. Look, some of their members were crazy, but they can sing.
I'm just saying.
Jeremy, look, he came out here with Jamiroquai. Now hold up. Before we go further, I have Jamiroquai albums. I enjoy some of his songs. They are delectable and ear-worthy. But this is not what Verzuz is for.
Cooley High, I need you to leave the building immediately. Bruno Mars versus Usher.
Man, if you don't get
goodbye, Cooley High.
All right, look.
Good night.
I think Bruno Mars is a cool guy. But once again, he ain't. Look, are we sure that he's invited to the cookout? Like, have we done a blood test or 23andMe?
Hey.
No, I'm
just what you don't get to do. No, let me start by saying I like Bruno Mars's music.
Yeah.
What you don't get to do is take Morris Day and the Time stuff, flip it around, and be like, look what I made. That's what you don't get to do.
Because, I mean, essentially, Bruno Mars is just like doing the Gap Band. And like, and Morris Day. And,
you know. Like,
so,
okay.
You know,
mix it up in a bottle.
I'm not mad at it. I'm just saying, like, let's pay a little homage. Let's give a little props. But shouts out Usher versus Tyrese, man. If you don't get Tyrese, all right, look, I don't want to see Tyrese on not one versus, all right? Not a one.
Now, wait a minute. Tyrese seems like he needs a little help. But look,
my baby.
Vocally, we can't take away.
Tyrese can sing.
We can't take away
but he just be doing too much, man.
I mean, yeah.
He be doing too much, and I don't know if he has the musical fortitude to hang with.
With
Come
Usher,
on, man.
I can't see him against Usher.
Usher, y'all don't realize how deep Usher is in the game. Like, off of 8701, My Way, and Confessions, Usher buries a lot of cats out here. That's why I said the only one that might be apt is maybe like Usher and Neo, maybe.
Chris Brown versus The Weeknd.
So, you know, yes. So, guys, anyway, we are at the time. We thank y'all for coming through. It was dope to see all y'all. I'm going to give a shout out to the chat real quick before we bounce. We got Alan Lewis. We got Tracy Lee, Jeremy Covington, Wendy PW, Pim Griffey, KeyB23, Tracy Lee already been. And then Solar Gray VV, Alan Lewis, Eon 001. Let's see who else. We had Quinn McGowan in the spot, Markeith Collins. We had a whole bunch of folks. Shot by Nolan in here. I know I'm probably forgetting some folks, and I do apologize. Cooley High was up in the spot. Let's see. Y'all be writing fast, so I don't know who. I think we got everybody. And Arkham in the house. What up? Peace. So, guys, thank you for hanging with us. We enjoyed the battle for the most part.
Yeah.
You know, Lisa had her hot takes at the beginning, and we enjoyed many of your recommendations.
Yeah.
I think there's only like 2 real recommendations in there. but go to hit that thumbs up if you like what you're seeing. Hit that thumbs down if you don't. But if you hit that thumbs down, I'm going to send that old Robin Thicke after you. And he got a bike and he can ride really, really fast.
And we're going to send 98 Degrees to do a full concert for you.
Yo, in your front yard with mask on. So, guys, holler at us. Well, holler at you down in them comments. Cooley High said, MC Hammer versus Kid and Play. Look, hold up. Oh, Jesus.
Look, ain't going to be no floor left.
Cause they gonna be dancing, man. Well, no, not the old Kid and Play. Cause hold up. Before I go there, oh Jesus, y'all got me crying. All right, hold up. Before I go there, I love Kid and Play. I had their albums. I've seen all the house parties that they're in.
However,
but if you see the older Kid and Play seems like he's there and present. Kid got some problems. Kid needs somebody. Somebody need to check on Kid.
Pim said Kid looked like an old white man. I mean, he looked like a young white man.
Yo, what is that toupee on his head, though? I'm like, yo, Kid, stop it. Oh, Jesus.
Ooh.
Oh,
God.
Oh, that's good. Whew.
Oh, my God. Man.
And then MC Hammer. Do you really want to see? Because I heard, what should we call it? What is it? The writer, she wanted to babysit NERDSoul Light.
MD.
MD said she went to an MC Hammer show, and she said he did like 2 seconds of dancing and then just let everybody else dance. So he too old to be doing. What you think he gonna be up there going, oh. No, he ain't gonna be doing that. You think Oaktown 357 gonna come out? No. Look, you don't want No. Hammer versus Vanity in church, maybe.
Oh,
man. And rest in peace to Vanity. I know, you know what I'm saying? We lost a wonderful person. I was about to try to say,
like, what you about to say?
I was about to try to say a great singer, but that's why I said a wonderful person,
we
man.
lost a great singer. Like who? I thought we were talking about Vanity.
Man, Vanity. Oh man. Whew. I mean, Vanity broke barriers. She was like the first like ambiguous joint on the scene. You know what I'm saying? So I guess she broke barriers.
Was she?
Then I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I know she was in Action Jackson, and then she was in I don't know. She was in something else. Whatever. Anyway, guys, thank you for chilling with us. Holler at us. We'll holler at you down in the comments. And so next time we gonna get out of here. Lisa, say peace.
Peace, y'all.
All right, and look, you ready?
Yeah.
Say peace.
Peace.
All right, from us to you, we're just saying peace. Say it, peace. I said peace. I said peace. Yeah, and a woo for you, and a woo for you. We out, y'all.